Hello, this is Lucy Fox from Lucy Fox Arts. Welcome to the Fox Den. Sorry for my voice, it's a bit coarse today. I don't know, I might be coming down with something. So, I haven't seen many reviews about this line of pencils by Derwent. This is the Derwent Artists pencils. I have seen only 2 reviews, I believe, from this set. Both of them were by Harry from the Art Gear Guide. One was, I believe, either the 48 or 24 set of pencils. The other one was sort of an update with the 72 version. I haven't really seen anyone do a review on the 120. I have also seen a video by Harry saying that Derwent would discontinue their Derwent Artists 120 sets. I think you can only get them in this wooden box. I haven't found to purchase in any other way other than the box. I've seen it on sale on Blick, so I imagine it will be a good deal to grab it from there if you can. But this was from a local art shop. Typically don't purchase things in wooden boxes, as beautiful as they are. I don't think they're the most useful. I even had an issue with this box, I'll talk about it in a moment. But I couldn't find the 120 anywhere else, and this was at a really good price. It was cheaper than the tin of a Polychromos, quite cheaper in fact. Exactly because I think Derwent discontinued this set. Well, let's stop waffling and let's unbox this, shall we? So let's open. When I first opened the box, it did not come this way. This was the heartbreaking part to me. This tray right here, it was completely flipped upside down. More than half of the pencils were completely spread and loose in the box, so that was very heartbreaking to me. And it's a miracle to me that none of them are broken, but I haven't tested or used them, so I cannot tell you whether or not the cores are broken inside or something like that, and I don't know that yet, so we'll see. There are 3 trays. 2 are removable, and one of them is the bottom of the box, so we can't remove the last one. This is the first one. I do not know the order they were supposed to come in because they were all messed up and jumbled. I just arranged them in the order that, according to the dipped end, I don't know, it made a little more sense, but I'm not sure because some, like pale peach and light sienna, they were all here, so I'm not sure. Okay, this is the second one. More purples, blues, teals, greens, yellow greens, and so on and so forth. I don't find it the best to remove it, these lids here. It could be because of my hand, it's quite swollen still, but I do find it a bit cumbersome to move it. And that's another thing. This last tray, which it is the bottom of the box, came with this foam to protect the pencils. But in between the other trays, there were no foam. So I don't know if the store removed the foam or if they never came with to begin with. I don't know, because it was sealed. It was in the plastic seal, so I don't think even the store ever touched what's inside, so I don't know why it was packed the way it was. I do feel they could have put a... I mean, this is a wooden luxury kind of type of box, right? Collector's item and such. This is removable. Yes, it is. I thought maybe it was glued to the bottom, like I'm aware that Caran d'Ache cardboard box, the foam is glued. I did expect these foams to be larger to protect the pencils better. Also, they look to be firmly in place here, but they are not really that firm. I mean, I will try to do this and hope a disaster does not happen. Let's see. This is the way that it came to me. It was exactly like this, with the tray bottoms up, the first tray. Well, they didn't fall, which I'm glad, but they did during transport, so I imagine they're not really that hard to remove either. So I am not really sure how well they are stuck in here. Also, for being a collector's item, I'm immediately worried because I've seen this pencil right here. This is Rioja 1810. And can you see how off-centered this is? I don't know whether or not this color is part of the set that has been discontinued, but if it is, I cannot even get another pencil. I'll have to stick with this one. But look, it is very off-center, so off-center that you can barely see the tip on this side. Yes, so I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed. I am aware that this is more of a hard pencil. I don't like to qualify pencils in hard or soft or oil and wax, but I know they are meant to be a little more translucent, similar to the Pro Color line, and I suspect they might feel a little bit like the Polychromos. I don't know, I haven't tested, but I understand this is a layering pencil, so this is why I'm saying it might be a little bit like Polychromos. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I intend on using them with my Polychromos. I love my Polychromos, but I do feel like sometimes I miss some colors, like very light lights and very dark darks. And sometimes I get a pencil or two from the Lightfast to supplement, but I don't know, there's something about the texture of the Lightfast, even though it's technically oil-based. I don't like that term, but if you read the description in the Derwent website, that's what it says, so it's the official statement. Similarly to what you find in the Polychromos official statement by the brand. Even though they are both similar in what their primary binder is, I don't know, something about it. They work well fine, but they don't work well great. Unlike Lightfast and Luminance, for instance, they are wonderful together. They really are. It's like they were made for each other. So I've been on the hunt for a pencil that is layering. I'm going to use the term layerable pencil. That is more layerable and not smooshable, because I wanted to supplement the line, and I have been thinking about getting the 72 set of the Derwent Artists. However, when I went to check it out, they were out of stock, the 72 set, and these were on sale, and they were for virtually the same price that the 72 tin of Derwent Artists. So I figured, since this has more colors, even if they are distinct colors, it would be more worth it to get those, I think. But anyway, this is the Artist in the Pro Color, and I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. I'm going to use them both at once to see how that goes. Oh, okay. They are similar, but they are not the same. I mean, obviously I did not expect them to be the same, but they are more similar than I thought they would. It's funny, the texture is different. The hardness is virtually the same, almost identical. Not completely, but they are virtually the same. I'm doing this because they're really good for detail. They're supposed to be good for detail. So I'm giving them a bit of a try. Oh, that's fun. Okay, this is the Artist. This is the Pro Color. Okay. Okay, they're very similar. Very, very similar. And the good part is that they're both open stock, and the Derwent Artist has a larger range, technically, right? Because it has 120, even though it has been discontinued by Derwent. So if you can, and if you like hard pencils, and you like using for detail, and you like layering, this is a really good pencil. And 120? And it's a great addition to your Polychromos, I believe. Again, I'm not sure. I will test them now on this regard. So I have Mirror Purple Pink by Polychromos. I'm going to put the mic really close to the pencil so you can hear the difference, alright? This was the Polychromos. This is the Pablo. Oh, they work really well together. Pablo and Polychromos. I do still believe that the Polychromos are more pigmented and smoother and a tad bit softer. Even though the Pablos are very soft. Compared, I mean, for a hard pencil, of course. Oh, these are nice. I only have this one by Pablo, so they are quite cost prohibitive in my area, like most current art products. Now, Derwent Artists, this is rose pink. Oh, this is going to be a hard one to blend. I mean, it's a different shade. It's a different shade of pink, so it might be difficult to blend. But they sound really different. They really do. I'll try to blend artist with artist now. And I'm not counting layers, I'm just putting color on the paper. And to see what happens, yes. What I'm about to say is going to sound insane, but Derwent Artists reminds me of... What does it remind me of? I think it reminds me of Luminance. It's not the softness, because Luminance is really soft, but Luminance is soft but dry. It's not like smushable, right? You still have to layer and use a bit of a lighter hand to get a decent blend, and it's the same thing with the artist. It's not smooth like Polychromos, and Polychromos is a smooth pencil. And the odd thing is, the more you layer, the better it looks. And I know this is obvious for layerable pencils, but what I mean is the feel changes when you layered enough layers. And again, I'm using 2C paper here, mostly 2C paper. Or semi 2C, because I don't really like really 2C paper. If you think Arches cold press watercolor paper, I don't really like Arches cold press. And I do like their hot press for color pencils, but in older medium that is not really watercolor. Let's see what the burnish does. I don't imagine it's going to be all that great, because layable pencil, I'm not really meant to burnish it. You should burnish naturally, you know, as you saturate the paper with layer and layer and layer. But I do want to see how it goes. Oh, it's actually doing all right. I thought it would be worse, to be honest, but yes, they actually look pretty good. Okay, let's see how the Derwent Artist goes with the Pablo. But the Pablo is smoother. So if you want something that feels more like Polychromos, I believe the Pablo is more akin to Polychromos. But the thing is, I've been looking into the Pablo range in colors, and I didn't find colors I would feel complement all that much the Polychromos line, which was the whole point of me doing this. And the ones that had the most diverse range of certain colors, especially greens and some pinks as well, is actually the artist so far. In the Pro Color, I really like the Pro Color, but the Pro Color has very little diversity because it just simply for numbers, right? It has less pencils. This is Derwent Artists Magenta on top of light purple pink. No, light purple. I don't know why, but Caran d'Ache calls pinks as purples. And it's not the only brand to do that. Koh-i-Noor does that too, if I'm not mistaken. I think I need to zoom you in a little bit. Yes. Okay, this is Derwent Artists. This is Light Magenta by Polychromos. Yes. Oh, they're really good together though. They are different, they feel different, don't get me wrong, but they do feel good together. You clearly can layer them to no end. This is Pablo. Yes, I like it. I really like it. Polychromos again. And of course, this being a bit of a toothy paper, it will take many layers. But to be completely honest, I like better when I use smoother paper for these, for harder pencils, or layerable pencils. These first. Light magenta, right? Okay, now let's go with Pro Color. I'm gonna write it down. This is Poly. Now, Pro Color. And next would be the artist. Well, I'm already used to using my Pro Colors with my Polychromos. So I already know they work out really well. And they do fill some of the gaps in my Polychromos line. And they feel very similar. And there are other pencils that could do that. I recently watched a video by Coloring Chemist, Connie, from the Coloring Chemist YouTube channel. This is rose pink still. And I know that. I saw a very interesting video of hers. She calls it Polychromos Plus case or something. Something like that. It's really interesting. I really like how she did that. And also, she was the one who basically showed me that Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor, I think. That they actually match in numbers, the Polychromos. Minus the 1, right? Okay. Now let's go with artist. Rose pink. Is it the same? Just give me a second. This is a Pro Color. No, it's not the same. It's almost the same. It is not the same. But you could use one for the other. I mean, unless you have the two to test it on, you would take one glance and think they're identical. I like to do flicking motion on my flowers, even though I rarely ever do flowers. Okay, now I want a middle color. Do we have a middle color? We have Ash Rose from the artist line. Let's see. Let's see if I can show you. It's pretty grey pink color. I like to put that on the borders. It's really a layering pencil, honestly. And I like that a whole lot. Okay, this is the artist now. Trying to do more of a blend. I did some lines that I didn't quite love, so I'm trying to fix that. Oh, you know what would be interesting? I don't know if I have them here. Do I? I'm not sure. But if I do have them, it would be interesting to use a blender. Just to see how they behave. I don't typically use blenders with my layerable pencils, but that would be interesting to test. Especially because Derwent does have blenders of their own. So maybe they would work. In this little corner here, I'm trying to see if the camera is picking up. I'm going to try to burnish with the Derwent Artists right at the bottom. I know this is not the right way to color a flower petal, but I want to test on a very simple, basic paper because layerable pencils can also be really good for sketching, so you can use it on a sketchbook just fine. Okay, now I want to use, let me see this right here. This is the Derwent Artists. I'm doing full master, really hard. This is the Pro Color. Oh, they feel different. They feel different, alright. Artist is harder than Pro Color. Even harder, which Pro Color is already hard. I think Artist is turning out to be the hardest pencil in the Derwent line. Which is not in itself a bad thing at all. Now, where is the... Okay. This is Pink Matter Lake. Did we use this? No, I think we did not. But it's okay. It's actually good to have a color differentiation. Yeah, I think that of all of the pencils, these layerable pencils, Polychromos is still to come the best, in my opinion. Pablo seems to be coming in second, which I will find out now, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, it's very similar. I think Pablo so far is the most similar to it. But the color lineup is a bit too similar, I think. At least from videos I've watched, I don't have the color lineup to say anything about it with certainty. This is middle purple pink. And I do have, I don't want to say suspicious, but I seriously doubt sometimes when I see reviews online. And it's not that the YouTuber that is reviewing the product will be lying, but it's just that sometimes a person might be used to one pencil style over the other. Like, most people are used to soft pencils like Prismacolors or Complementary. And as much as I love those, in fact, I really love those, I love hard pencils too. I love all pencils, I think. I think it's really rare for me to find a pencil I actively dislike. So that's it for my first impressions of the Derwent Artists pencils. I will try it in different coloring books and see how they perform. I will come back with an update soon. And I hope this had been useful for you to make a purchase decision or not make one. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for the company and see you in the next one. Bye!